get that damn popcorn ready because this one was a marathon. If you didn't see the last video I posted, I recommend you check that out. But if you did see it, you heard me say that the next video I was going to upload was going to be the longest MLB head-to-head game I've ever played. So you are looking at it right now. And it was a very good game too. It definitely went right down to the wire, obviously, with a very lengthy game. That's usually what happens. So get strapped in, get the food, pause if necessary, go grab the booze, go grab anything you need because this one was definitely a good game. And right off the bat, Altuve, I had to move Altuve up, man. I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't leave him at the bottom of the lineup, even though I like Altuve at the bottom of the lineup because he's pretty much a guaranteed base hit. So when you got like the 8 or 9 batter up to the plate, like when Altuve's down there, he's pretty much always going to get a base hit. But I needed to put him back up in the lineup. I had him leading off for a good amount of time too, so I wanted to put him back batting. I think he was batting second in this game. I had Michael Brantley leading it off, which he's also a good leadoff hitter for the squad as well. I got Salazar back on the mound. This is just one of those good gold pitchers, man. Some gold pitchers I would just rather use than diamonds, like I've been saying forever pretty much. But I still have Nolan Ryan. Like some people probably forgot or just don't even know that I have Nolan Ryan on the squad because it's been so damn long since I've taken the mound with him. Hopefully soon, dude. I'm just waiting for Nolan Ryan to take the mound again. So Michael Brantley gets stretchered off pretty much. Thought he was dead. He did just a little bump in the wall in right field. He gets taken off, and he is done for the day. But luckily, I have a beast in Crawford to come in and fill that position or just any position in the outfield. But then Chris Bryant is coming to the plate after Ryan Braun got that triple, and Crawford doesn't have that good arm, so he is scoring easily. So now it is tied back up at 1 going into the second. Pablo, stop this embarrassment of opposing pitchers. This guy has been on a roll. He cannot be stopped. Him and Ted Williams have been men possessed the past week or so, and Pablo gets another base hit on the board to begin this inning. So now Daniel Murphy is up. He has also been on a roll too, man. Like I was playing with Daniel Murphy a lot like a couple months ago, and then I just stopped using him for a little bit because I was using like Altuve and other players. But Daniel Murphy's been back in the lineup. He's been doing pretty well, looking to get a base hit into the gap. If I even want to think about cashing in Sandoval, he finds the gap in right center. That is a pretty deep right center too, 390. So Pablo is stumbling around third base. You can just hear him around at third base. The stadium, everything with the bridge in the background was shaking when Pablo was rounding third base. But this guy's getting a very juicy, a very good bounce off the back wall right there, so I'm not able to cash in Daniel Murphy from third base. So I do not get any more insurance after that. What is that? That needs to stop. Everything, out of everything in this game, that needs to be stopped. That probably would have been hit to the moon if if the game actually let me swing the bat. But I'm just going down, not getting any more insurance on the board. Grady, he was batting number 5, and he's batting 5th in the lineup in this game because, yeah, man, I've been saying the past couple games, Grady, I've been struggling with Grady Sizemore, and it's been so damn long since it's been very long when I was doing good with him, and then just the past, like, couple games, I haven't really been doing much with Grady, so he's back in the 5 spot. Just need to get him out of a stressful position in the lineup because I find that with your leadoff guy, you're always looking to get off to a good start. Whenever the leadoff guy comes to the plate, you're looking for a base hit, and Grady hasn't been doing that much when he's been batting at the top of the lineup. So again, maybe I should just put him like batting 8th or something like that. Maybe he can just go off one game and just continue where he started off by getting multiple home runs a game and just being the most dominant diamond player, just one of the most dominant players in this game in total. So after that first inning, this guy didn't really get much going through the second, third, or fourth as Bryce Harper is up. I mean, this was one of those games too, man. Like the past couple games too, I've just been pretty much just at the back of my head in every single one of these games. Should I go to the bullpen? I've been saying it in every single game. Should I go to the bullpen? The last game I should have because my opponent was able to jump off to a pretty early lead, I'm pretty sure, and I was not able to come back in that game. But I do have the lead, and Salazar only gave up, I think, 1 hit. So that's the thing, too, man. You don't want to take your starter out when he's doing well. I kind of use now, like, I don't know, a couple months ago, I was a lunatic. I was taking my starter out. I'd only given up like one hit, and it'd be like the third or fourth inning, I'd be taking my starter out like an insane person. But lately, I've been doing much better of keeping my starters in. But if Salazar was going to give up more than like 2 hits in a row, or just give up 2 hits in an inning, I was going to go to the pen 100%. This guy had a good mix of righties and lefties in his lineup too. Like he had like 2 lefties coming to the plate, and then he had like a righty, and then he had a lefty, righty, and he had like a switch hitter and shit too. So this guy just wasn't stacked to the core with lefties or stacked to the core with righties. So I mean, that's why it was difficult too, because whenever there was lefties at the plate, I was like, damn, should I go to a lefty? And then there'd be a righty coming to the plate next, so I didn't really want to put a lefty in. And then a couple of righties come to the plate next. Ted Williams, I've been saying, has been going off. Fuck your lefty. That is a moonshot to right field, 400 plus feet. Said Williams. Said Williams is on an absolute roll, and I don't even know. Like that's what happened in the last game too. I put fucking A-Rod in the cleanup spot, and that's why the team was cursed. I wanted to put A-Rod batting like 7th or 8th, and I wanted to put Ted Williams in the cleanup spot. I'm pretty sure, man, that's probably why we took the L in the last game, is because the worst hitter of all time was batting cleanup, and Ted Williams, man, having another good game in this one, getting a home run, a very deep home run against a lefty. With Ted Williams, I don't know. Anyone on the mound is going to get jacked up lately. I've been doing much better with the lefty-on-lefty matchups lately, too. Like, even when some people, man, go crazy. Some people, you put a lefty in, they just go to the bench, put all the righties in because I guess they can't hit lefties. But lately, I've been keeping all my lefties in, and I've been doing a pretty decent job, too, man. That's how if you want to get the skill up in this game, you need to do that. You need to be able to hit righty-on-righty matchups, and you need to be able to hit lefty-on-lefty matchups, because that's always going to come in play. And if you can't do it, then when, like, you know, times get tough in the late innings and shit like that, you're probably going to be in trouble. So, yeah, man, I've been keeping all my lefties in. Even, like, Grady Sizemore, somebody with, like, 40-something contact versus lefties and, like, 50 vision, I've been keeping in, and I've been able to make some pretty solid contact from time to time, too. Obviously, I haven't been doing that well with Grady lately. But guys like Ted Williams and, like, I think Ether, even when Ether was first on the squad, and even now, I've been doing very good with Ether. Some lefties I was doing very bad with against lefties. Like when I had Prime Ortiz, I couldn't even get anything going with Prime Ortiz, even against righties too. So I guess I shouldn't even say Ortiz. But like Ted Williams, Ethier, and even Crawford. Crawford doesn't even have good hitting stats versus lefties, and I've been using him a lot against lefties, and he's been doing very well. Michael Brantley also has very good hitting stats versus lefties too, so I've been keeping him in too. So I've just been trying to keep in all the lefties as much as possible against every single lefty that takes the mound. So we are now in the bottom of the 8th. See you later. That is a very deep shot to left center field. So now we got a tie ball game in the bottom of the 8th. And then Beltre comes to the plate. He gets a base hit too. So I cannot let this guy take the lead. I mean, I'm not going to say I was all over this guy, but I did have a good amount of hits. This guy only had like 4 hits. I think he had like 4 or 5 hits up until this point, and like every single one was a solo shot. So this was just one of these games again when every single time your opponent makes contact, he's hitting 1 yard. So Corey Seager, everybody's favorite player to use in this game, is up. If he was going to hit a home run, I'm not even joking. Controller through the TV, controller through my abdomen. It would have been bad. So, for some reason, this guy's trying to tag up. I mean, Grady doesn't have the best arm you've ever seen, but that was a gun. The hose appears out of Sizemore in center field, and I'm able to get that guy trying to get to third base. So, that was dumb, man. I don't even know why he did that, because all he needed was to get a base hit, pretty much, and he would have walked away with the lead going into the 9th. So, after that base hit, with 2 down, I'm able to get somebody on first base with Altuve coming to the plate. So this is somebody you want up at the plate when you need a base hit, because the meat of the lineup is going to be coming up next. So if I got Ether and Ted Williams up at the plate with somebody on second base, it would be looking good for me. But I'm going down swinging against Carter Capps right there. Carter Capps is actually pretty. I'm not gonna say he's pretty. He is pretty difficult to hit for being a silver. I mean, he does have that he does throw heat, and he has that nasty curveball and slider too. So he's kind of like Kelvin Herrera, man. He's got that crazy fastball, but then he can also drop in a slow curveball and slider as well. So going into the bottom of the ninth, this guy wasn't able to get any runs. Joaquin Benoit came in and shut the door as he usually does. So bottom of the 10th, Wilson Ramos had 2 home runs at this point. I think he had 3 hits, looking for his 4th base hit of this game. Is this game trying to screw me over? Is it trying to screw me over and get another L? What the fuck is Crawford doing out there in right field? That should have been a single, obviously, but he's able to make it to second base, so now the winning run is at second with 2 down. But I'm able to get the last guy coming to the plate in this inning on the K in the dirt, so I'm able to escape the 10th inning with no more damage done. Fast forward to the bottom of the 11th, he's able to get a couple runners on bag, is what I'm trying to say. And now he's got the winning run on second base again with Bryce Harper. I believe Bryce Harper was shut down this whole game pretty much. Joaquin Benoit gets another K. So now we are going into even more of a lengthy game. We are now in like the 13th or something like that, or the 12th. And Crawford was able to make pretty solid contact right there, but that was just a line drive right to the second baseman. And then Altuve is just flying out in foul territory. So we are still going. We are still going to the late innings of this game. Later innings, I should say. Bottom of the 12th inning rolls around. Prince Fielder is up. I was honestly thinking about putting him in just normal defense, man, because everybody lately has been laying down bunts with people in shifts and shit. So I should have gone to just the normal defense. This guy's looking to take off for third base. He's able to make it in there with the chopper to third base. Braun able to snag that up. If that was able to get by Braun, there probably would have been probably would have walked away with the win. And then this guy, I don't know what this guy was saying, because I'm pretty sure he still had people on his bench, because he only went to the pinch hitter like twice, I'm pretty sure. And for some reason, he didn't want to go to the bench in that inning, as he was trying to lay down a bunt with the pitcher. So that's pretty damn crazy. I mean, he did have a runner on third base, but with the pitcher up at the plate, man, you're probably not going to run that out. But yeah, like, this guy was like me. He just wanted this damn game to end, so he was doing everything necessary to do that. Right here. That is my bad. That is by Braun at third base. Luckily, that wasn't a gun down to third base. That would have gotten all the way to the wall pretty much, and he would have walked away with the W. Or yeah, walked away with the W right there. But I'm able to get the K, and I think there's 2 down now, so there's still a runner very close to scoring. And all this guy needs to do is just get a base hit, and he walks away with the W in the bottom half of the 14th inning. I still had Cishek in. I still had Andrew Miller in the pen. So that's what I was saying, man. Like, I didn't want to bring Andrew Miller in because he did have a good amount of righties coming to the plate too, so I really didn't even know what I was doing. Cishek almost getting him to chase the changeup down in the strike zone. I wasn't giving this guy anything to hit in the strike zone. It was going to be either inside, not over the plate, up by his fucking face, or in the dirt. I was not giving this guy anything in the strike zone. He was chasing a lot of stuff in the dirt too. This gets by Sandoval, but luckily I'm able to get a good bounce too. So the game is rewarding me back after whenever the hell that was. Earlier parts of this game, there was a pass ball that bounced right back to the catcher, and then Sandoval is able to get that and tag the runner out before he gets to home plate. So we are going into like the 15th, and I think it's the 16th now actually, and Ted Williams gets a base hit with 1 down. So Grady, you bastard, step up to the plate and do something, you fuck. You haven't done anything lately. He is just hitting one right to first base. Not able to get doubled up, though. So with 2 down, Grady is still on first base. Ryan Braun looking to sneak one by. The second baseman does not. So we are now going into the 17th. This is getting ridiculous. At this point, I just wanted this damn game to end. I didn't even care if I lost. I was just thinking about like plunking this guy like 4 times in a row to let this guy score a run, because it was very late. Like I said, I think it was like 3 in the morning at this point. I just wanted to hit the hay, and now Andrew Miller is in because I think Cishek was out of gas, so I needed to put somebody else in. So Andrew Miller is in. 2 down in the bottom of the 17th. He was able to get the winning run on third base again. This guy was able to walk away with the W plenty of times before the 17th or 18th inning even rolled around. So I was able to come up with some clutch pitching very late in this game, luckily. So now we are in the top of the 18th damn inning. And finally, I'm able to get a base hit to begin the inning. This guy's kind of folding out there in the outfield. Crawford makes it into third base. So, dude, I'm not even joking, I was fucking 2 seconds away from pulling off a suicide squeeze. But I figured this guy was going to be looking for that, so I didn't even know if he was going to be, throwing shit in the strike zone. Doesn't even matter. Ether comes through. That's all I needed to do was just put something in play with that speed on third base. Crawford had a good chance of scoring. He does. So finally something is being done late, very late in this game. Now in the bottom of the 18th, I'm able to strike out Ramos for the first out. So, yeah, like I said, man, I'm pretty sure this guy still had people on the bench, and he didn't want to go to the bench for some reason. So 2 down now after his pitcher just lines out right there. So now Starling Marte is this last guy's hope. Yeah, he's down to his last strike of this game with a full count. Don't want to put that speed threat on. So I'm able to get the final out of this game on a ground out to second base. Murphy throws him out easily. Cishek walks away with the player of the game. I mean, I guess it should have been a pitcher in this game because wasn't that much offense. This was an 18-inning game. I think we both had like 11 hits, but through 18 innings, that's not that much, I guess. 2 damn games were played.